Congresswoman, you represent the district. Your response.
Well, my good friend, and he is a good friend, Alan Dershowitz, has managed to insult both the special counsel, Mr. Mueller, and jurors and grand jurors in the District of Columbia. So let's be clear first. You can't bring a grand jury anywhere you want to. You can't say, well, you know, why don't we do this in West Virginia, let's say, which is a Trump state, or in Alabama. Then maybe we'll get what we want. You bring it close to where you think the crime may, or the offense may have taken place.
Right.
So Mueller has two grand juries going. He's got one in Northern Virginia, and he's got one in the District of Columbia. He could consolidate them. And let me make this point, that there's not a dime's worth of difference, or perhaps it is a dime's worth of difference, between Northern Virginia and the District of Columbia. The entire region, Maryland, the District of Columbia, and Virginia, Northern Virginia, all went for Hillary Clinton. So are we to believe that there's no grand jury, there are no jurors who can sit in any of these jurisdictions? That's not the way our system works, and I certainly don't think that the special counsel deserves to have his motives impugned that way, much less my constituents and the constituents of this region.
And what did you think of Professor Dershowitz's strenuously pressed claim that nothing he's saying is at all controversial? I think the issue that's worth questioning is why all of a sudden there are people who are questioning the entire grand jury system. It is certainly true, I think you and I both know, particularly in the context of criminal justice reform, that there have been questions that he referred to about whether these grand jurors just sign off on any indictment. But do you sense any sort of politically convenient obsession with that on behalf of Donald Trump at this moment?
I really think not, and I don't think most people focus on the grand jury. They know that anything that the prosecutor tells the grand jury is going to do, even Mr. Dershowitz said that. They may focus on the jury itself, but let me say there are many controversial figures who have been tried by jurors here. And I don't recall anyone saying, I don't want my jury to take place. I don't want my trial to take place in the District of Columbia because there are too many black people there, or because there are too many Democrats there. And you don't have a lot of choices. The prosecutor can't just go floating around the country for a friendly jurisdiction.
Right. And so finally, on that question of him bringing up the racial composition of Washington, your thoughts?
Well, I'm sure Alan would say that's not what he meant to do. And I know him so well that I don't think that's what he meant to do. But that's the clear impression he's left. This is a jurisdiction that is seen as more progressive than others. That has as much to do, I must inform you, with my white constituents as with my African-American constituents. It's no longer a majority black jurisdiction. It's black and Hispanic and increasingly white. But he's going off of an old stereotype of the District of Columbia, which simply does not apply to a grand jury. And I don't think anyone in this region believes it would apply to a trial jury either.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.